Hello, Pisceans. This reading is for anyone who identifies as a Pisces at this time, or anyone who is terribly interested in a Pisces energy at this time. I have been shuffling and meditating with the deck, but I'm going to give it a few more before we take any cards. Some of you are that are resonating with this sign are feeling a little anxious. Your card, the Hangman. That's your first energy out, Pisces, representing you. You may be in between projects. Feeling a lot of you very much yourselves, and yet, as I said, anxious because of wanting to take action. So happy birthday, Pisces sun signs. But you may be here because Pisces is your moon sign. It may be your north node, or it could be any sign to you. Your Venus, your Mars, your ascendant, certainly. It may just be an energy that you're very interested in, curious about how it applies to you, because it always could in some way. Of course, Pisces covers some area of everyone's chart, so whether you know all of that information about your own chart or not, if Pisces is calling to you, or again, if you're cross-watching for another Piscean energy, all of those things could mean that there's a message for you here. You may be dealing with another Pisces at this time. You may be dealing with significant Cancer energy in your life. Focused on, I should say. It's not necessarily dealing with, to me, sounds almost like it has a negative connotation, and that's probably just me, but you're focused on perhaps another Pisces energy, yourself, your own life, your own maybe dilemma if you are in between projects, on the desire, will, and sort of call to move forward, Pisces. You also could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Sagittarius, all major arcana energy on the table so far. And if you aren't dealing with another Pisces or Cancer yet, you may this month sometime during your season, or even ending March. This reading is for the whole of March 2019, Pisces. Pisces and Pisces lovers. Ultimately, you are going to see the truth of the situation, where you're headed, what you want. I think the fact that even if some of you are uncomfortable in this in-between space for a time during your season, and some of you may not be, but even if some of you are, even if a lot of you are, really is more the feeling, you're going to see why, honestly, it's been perfect timing. I was getting that message for you earlier, Pisces, before recording, really earlier in the day, just thinking about getting to this reading. A message about timing needing to be perfect, about timing needing to be well, not being really understood. An energy of it feeling like something's stalling or taking too long or holding you up to you, and in truth it's just making timing just right, just perfect. Oh, Pisces, we are going to do 2 readings for you today. I knew there was something else I meant to say at the beginning of the recording. This is reading number 1, and I wanted to allow one, as we're talking about timing, of course, I wanted to allow one reading. You have the Wheel of Fortune card, destiny, fate, divine timing. But I wanted to allow this first reading to be about whatever needed to come through. So it could apply to any area of life. This may have something to do with your love life. I'm feeling more that it's just really about you and your season, you feeling like yourself, you, for a lot of you being in this position of in between. I don't know if it's people, projects, homes, identities, all of the above, but in between secure states and decided destinies in a sense, and truly being at peace with that, enjoying this new perspective of that in-between state. Maybe just what it feels like to be told by the multiverse that it's not time and you have to be patient, you have to wait. Maybe just in that space of really learning that why patience is a virtue. Because in the near future here we have an energy of stalling. The Two of Pentacles here reversed. Or for some of you being on, not being able to juggle everything that you have on your plate at this time as well. Maybe stalling and making a choice specifically. Again, I'm feeling you all stalling and choosing your direction really. But for a lot of you, it's not, you feel like it's not your choice. It may just be fate and totally out of your hands. There is some advice on the table here to embrace, as we were talking about, divine timing, and that your destiny and fate may be playing out for your highest good, for the picture of your best life, truly, and it just needs to wait just a little bit in order to really become that, to be that, to meet the right opportunity, the right person, the right ingredient at the right time. If you have a Sagittarius, really any fire sign on your mind from your recent past, who you are hoping to receive a message from, not receiving a message from, if that's what's got you hanging in between, not knowing who you are or where you want to go or what you want to do because you're just sitting around waiting on them, thinking of them, you're advised to not send that message that you're thinking about. Don't send that message of maybe a passionate message, right? Maybe you should block them from being able to message you even. Some of you, if you need to do that. also, what I also see here in this combination of advice is just that a lot of you need to recognize that where you feel like a project that you're working on, a project that you're passionate about, is lacking energy. Again, it's not really that you're being lazy or that you're really stalling, even if that's what it feels like to you. Sink into your season, allow yourself to daydream, allow yourself to entertain what other directions will look like before you really begin to charge forward. And I see you doing that before your season is even over. But consider, you know, how the planets are influencing you and your energy, and that you're not necessarily lazy or stalling or anything of that nature. You're just truly not meant to charge forward just yet. And like I said, I really see you this season, before your season, well, before the month is over. I actually said before your season is over, though, so maybe that is exactly what I meant. But certainly before the month is over as well. I wonder if this is... oh well. But certainly before the month is over as well, this action will be taken. You've got the Magician card on the bottom of the deck as well. Again, more fire energy, Aries energy, Sag energy, fire signs in general, just fiery energy. Whether this is pertained mostly to a work, a project, a stage and process in your life that's, you know, personal, spiritual, creative, something like that, or a relationship with someone else. In any case, again, in the final result, so certainly by the beginning of next month, April at the latest, you see the truth of the situation. And again, I really feel that this is seeing the truth of why things needed to be stalled, why it wasn't time to charge forward until it was. I think what's happening is, again, at first, for some of you, it may feel like there's a lack of choice, a lack of direction, a lack of focus, a lack of energy, a lack of will, and the reason that all of that comes in with confidence and really a youthful energy, just sort of an endless supply of energy, a limitless supply, it feels like, is because of the shift in perspective that you're granted during that time where it may seem like you're just stalling, you're just being lazy. You're thinking and you're meditating often, and this shift of perspective where you're more still than you'd like to be, and you have to exercise more patience than you'd like to at a really challenging time, it grants you access to it. You know, that new perspective is a whole new way of looking at whatever you're working on, be it a relationship or again, a creative project, etc., which is really what will continue to supply what I said, feels like a limitless pool of youthful energy for you. That's what you will stay focused on or with. It's a perspective that will allow you to bend nature to your will. Certainly your own nature, right? Your own behavior and patterns, and getting things done in a time frame closer to the one that you want once you step into that energy. But again, it's the perspective shift that happens when you're allowing time for it to, that fuels it all. It's a healthier, wealthier mindset and perspective that gives you that energy, that control, that confidence. And I think you see that, and once you see that, you go ahead and you stall again. You say, oh, okay, I see what that gave me, so let me take some more time. I think that's what we see happening there. It's all rooted in this Aquarian energy. Coincidentally, we do have Venus and the moon both in Aquarius right now. Maybe that's Aquarius energy in your own chart. Maybe that's representing having looked up these energies in your own chart, seeing the Sag, the Pisces, the Cancer, maybe even starting to learn how they interact with each other, what those combinations look like in your life, or just having struck an interest to, or it can just be, you know, this is your belief and faith in yourself. And I see this just pointing to and asking you to have that same faith in the divine timing that we were talking about. To for a lot of you, find that patience and find that love for what that divine timing and the divine orchestration of things, even when we can't understand it, have that same love that you do for yourself, that you found once you found belief and faith in yourself. I think what it's saying is you can find it in a similar way. Like for a lot of you, finding that faith and belief in yourself was hard because, you know, you questioned it, you doubted it, but you just chose to take a leap, to just bet on you, even though there were the voices in your head making you not. And the same thing with trusting divine timing. It's difficult. The same type of voices, or the same specific voices, are saying those are just excuses to be lazy, or that's not going to get you where you're going, you know, something of that nature, or worse, or, you know, more specific to you. And so you can make that choice to trust and have faith in that as well, and as I said, a similar fashion. There's an energy of forgiveness. There's an energy of remaining balanced and poised in the recent past. There's an energy of alchemy that's been wanting to come in, whether or not you realize that that's really what it is, or even if you don't realize now that that's what's happening. Again, we're talking about what ends up fueling this chariot forward. Needing to adapt, though, needing to weigh out your emotions versus what's practical for you. But above all else, be forgiving of yourself and patient with yourself, and allow that weighing out process to take time. And if that means focusing on the emotions this season and then the practicality next season, why isn't that okay? Okay, so I think we will leave this first general reading at that, Pisces. I hope that it offered you some insight. And if you need a private reading, just scroll down to the description, and we will do your love reading now. If you would rather have some, you know, other type of birthday present, that's just what I've been doing since I started this, is doing an and trying to do an extra reading for whomever's season it is. And generally, if nothing else, I just do an extra love reading. But I think Pisces a lot of you are focused on self, with the Nine of Cups showing there for us. And, you know, if you all would rather have a different topic for your extra birthday reading, let me know. My go-to thought was a love reading. Give me just 1 minute, and then